Hey team, welcome back to the Mental Weight Room. I'm your host, Antoinette Datoc, mental performance coach, mom of athletes, and the person who's always going to tell you that your brain is your most important piece of equipment. Today I want to talk about something I'm really excited about, our upcoming group mental performance training session, and especially the topic for this month, self-awareness and the inner voice. But before I get into the details, I want to talk about why group mental training matters and why I believe in it so strongly. Not just as a coach, but as a former athlete, a parent, and someone who's worked with hundreds of competitors across all sports and all levels. One of the biggest misconceptions about mental performance work is that it has to be one-on-one. That mindset is something you work on quietly, privately, and individually. But here's the truth. Humans learn better in community. Athletes grow faster when they see they're not alone. And group work does a few incredibly important things. Number one, it normalizes the mental game. When athletes hear each other say things like, I overthink before competitions, or I get stuck in my head after mistakes, you can literally see their bodies relax. They stop feeling broken and start feeling understood. Number two, it speeds up learning. Someone else might ask a question you didn't know you had, or someone else might share a strategy you hadn't tried. You learn through each other, not just me or whoever your coach is. Number three, it builds accountability and momentum. You're more likely to apply what you learn when you know other people are working on it too. It becomes a collective mission, not a solo grind. Number four, it builds confidence faster. When you improve a mindset skill in front of others, breathing, reframing, positive self-talk, you experience it working under pressure. That's huge. Athletes don't train for their sport alone. They shouldn't train their brain alone either. Group mental training is high value, high impact, and honestly, it's really fun. There's an energy to the room that's different from one-on-one coaching, and it's powerful. Now let me tell you about the specific topic we're working on this month, because it's foundational. Self-awareness and the inner voice. If you've been listening to this podcast for any length of time, you've heard me say this before. You can't change what you're not aware of, and you can't outperform a negative inner voice. This session is all about helping athletes understand what self-awareness actually is, how thoughts work, the difference between self-awareness and self-knowledge, how we assign meaning to sensory information, how negativity bias pulls our attention toward the negative, and how we can override those patterns through intentional practice and something called neuroplasticity. We're going to talk about your inner voice, the voice that narrates your performance, shapes your confidence, and influences your decision-making under pressure. Most athletes don't even know this voice exists, but it controls more of their performance than they realize. We'll break down how thoughts form, why some thoughts stick, and what to do when your inner voice starts spiraling out of control. And most importantly, I'll teach you a simple, repeatable framework to manage your thoughts using facts. Not fear, not assumption, not emotion, but facts. This session is for all athletes, but especially for those who overthink, get stuck in their head, struggle after mistakes, can't turn off their brain, beat themselves up, feel overwhelmed under pressure, or just want to improve their mental consistency. If an athlete can master their awareness and their inner voice, every other mental skill becomes easier. We're offering 2 session times this month so athletes can choose what fits their schedule best. Sunday, December 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern, or Wednesday, December 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. The sessions are virtual and conducted via Zoom so you can sign on anywhere. It's easy. Both sessions cover the same content, so athletes only need to attend one. And yes, if you're listening to this right now, consider it your invitation to join. Parents, coaches, share this with your athlete. Athletes, send the link to your teammates. Everyone grows faster when the people around them grow too. I've made it easy. There's a QR code available for you to register. You can see it right here on the screen. Just scan it and you're started. You can also find the QR code on Instagram at the Mental Weight Room Pod or on Facebook on my business page. Just type Antoinette Datoc Mental Performance Coaching in the search field on Facebook and it should pop up. While you're there, you might want to follow so you're always up to date on what's going on in the mental weight room. In closing, if you want to strengthen your mental game, if you want to perform with more confidence, or if you're just tired of getting pushed around by your thoughts, this is the session to start with. I cannot wait to see you there. As always, thank you for joining me in the Mental Weight Room. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at the Mental Weight Room Pod for updates, resources, and all things mindset. I'll see you in the next episode and hopefully at one of the sessions next week. Until then, this is Coach Antoinette signing off. And remember, keep training your mind like it matters because it does, and keep pushing your limits.